Guys, Mr. GFX here. I'm making another tutorial on this, if I can find it. People have been saying this is a template, that I didn't create it, and such and such, that I didn't create this. I did create this. I got the idea from my mates, who has also created this. This isn't a template, but you can find a template of this. I've just remaked it in my own way. So here I'm just going to quickly show you the intro that we're going to be making a tutorial on today. Alright, so that's what we're going to be making an intro on today. So go ahead and open up Cinema 4D, click File New if you haven't made a new Cinema 4D. Right, now what we're going to do is grab a cylinder and put it to the X plus, or Y plus. No, I don't. I mean Z plus. There we go. Got it in the end. Now what we want to do is just shrink it down a little bit, just maybe to about 35 in height, and play around with the radius until you get it how big you want. Obviously you don't want it massive like that. You just want it nice and about maybe that's good. No, actually no. Maybe at 240 maybe. 260 I'll say. 260 is good. Now on what I had a beveled edge instead of it being like sharp like that. I mean, you can keep it sharp like that if you want, but I don't really like it, so come along to caps and click fillet cap and just bring down the radius a little bit. You don't want it exactly perfectly rounded. So you just want to have it a little bit like that so it looks nice. Bring up, if you go back to the objects, bring up the segment, your rotation segments a little bit, just to make it more rounded, because if you could see there, you can see that's not really what we're looking for. Even if I take it down a lot, like that's just a play button really. So we want to just bring it up to about 50 maybe. That one, bring it nice circular. Obviously the more segments, the longer the rendering time. I'm just going to put it up to 55. So yeah, I might make mine a little bit thicker, but just mess around with the height until you get it how you want it. So after we've done that, we want to grab another cylinder and put it to its Y axis. Z plus actually, my bad. And you just want to play with this radius as well until you get the spot you want. I mean, I like it to be perfectly, like not perfect, nothing's perfect. I want it to be like reasonably big, but like not too big like that, because that's just way too big. That's just stupid big. So we want to bring it down like this, so that's nice. We want to bring it down to just thin, not too thin though, so it actually goes through both of them. So you can, if I render it out here, you've got both of them here again. Now again, as I showed you, the beveled edge, I had a beveled edge on it. So again, on your cylinder 1, come to caps, fillet, and just bring it down a little bit to, I'm going to put it at 8. That looks nice. It's looking good. Right. So now what we want to do is we want to grab a torus and change it to its Z plus, yep, or Z minus, it doesn't really matter. Both of them are the same, just that they're flipped around. So what we want to do is we want to bring in the outer pipe radius, which you can see, which makes it really fat, nice and thin, and we want to make it look just like about probably about 20, I would say. At about 20 the pipe radius should be, the ring radius should be about 225 if you're looking at if you're going for the same idea as mine. That still looks a little big, so I'm just gonna take it down some more. I can't even see that. Oh, and yeah, so we wanna, if we just pull it forwards a little bit. Just to there. So that's actually like a pretty good width. If you want like the small one, if you're going for a thicker one, put it up to about, I don't know, wherever you want it. I'm going to put mine at 15, so it's a little bit thick, not too much. Now we want to bring up the ring segments, just make it a little bit more, maybe to 55 again, to make it more rounded again. And same with this inner circle, inner cylinder. You want to make the rotation segments up to about 55 or whatever, until you got a nice rounded, sort of like that. I might, just when I figured out when I was playing with this cylinder, when I took down the segments so much, it turned into a play button. So I'm going to use that instead of a circle in the end. I'll show you in a minute. But right now we want to grab another torus. So with another torus, change it to a Z plus or Z minus, and bring it down a little bit. So we just want it really on the outside, like so. Let me just try and play around with this so I get it right. And make sure your the pipe isn't going through here. Like as you can see, I can see the pipe there. So I have actually no idea how to make that thinner. I've never actually known that. Probably never will. So you just want to bring it out until it like disappears from that side, which it is hopefully, or not. So keep playing around with the sides until you actually get it so it's not showing on the outer side, because yes, we don't want that. I find it actually really annoying. So right there, I've got it perfect where it's not showing on the outer side. Again, take up the pipe segments up to about 20, and the ring segments to about 55 again. Yeah, that's good enough. So if we render it out, we've got this so far. I'm just going to quickly make it colours at the moment so I can see it a little bit better. We want to make it like a nice dark blue sort of colour, or whatever colour you really want, I don't mind. It's not my intro. And then just get a nice, a little bit lighter blue, not too much that it's like that or like that, just a little bit more than the original. So if we render that out, that looks nice, so now I can see. And we want to make another colour and just make it a nice bright blue like that. And we want to put some glow on it. And that is nice, so we want to add the glow to these two here, two toruses. So when we play it, it's like nice and bright, like a loading thing. Now, as I said before, when I had this cylinder and I was playing with the segments, I actually figured out if I turn down the rotation segments so much, it turns into a play button. Now, I actually found that pretty cool. So I'm going to keep it like a play button. I just want to see if this works out. I don't know if it will, so I'm just going to try it anyway. So you want to make it fairly big. Obviously, you can go with whatever you want, whatever shape in the middle. It doesn't really matter. But you just make, so that's looking about in the middle, and I'm liking the look of it. So if I render that out, that looks nice. Obviously, you could probably use something else to make that triangle, like a polygon probably. But yeah, but whatever. 3D looks better. Just gonna take down the size a little bit. So we've got the basic thing of what we're doing now. Some people don't exactly know how to make it load like I did. How if you saw like I made it like load around. People don't exactly know how to do that. I figured this out a couple of days ago. So you just might want to go onto your cylinder, the play button or whatever, and you want to click on the slice, and you want to click slice, and as you can see, it sliced it. So when it's loading, it's gonna actually load like this to a full 360 rotation. But put all of them on 0. Do it for all the cylinders and the toruses. Slice them, put it on 0. And again slice it and put it on 0. So now if we render it, we basically you will probably see the line of it, but when it's straight away when it goes onto the intro, it's gonna start loading, so you're not really gonna notice the lines. But you know, I really don't know how to get rid of it. So if you actually watch closely on my intro, you'll actually see them lines there, which you can see now. Right, now what we want to do is we want to flip around. So we'll click, hold shift and click here. So now we've got all of them selected. We want to rotate it just down like, just down like that to about 180 degrees so we get it straight. So now if we render it, it's just, because actually that's going to be upside down when I spin it. So if I spin it back that way, as you can see, it's coming out. That's probably why. I just realized. See how it's sticking out there? That's probably why you can see the lines. So you might want to just bring it in a tad, but whatever. So anyway, if we flip to the back here, we just want to add your text. So grab MoGraph, MoText, and I'm just going to rotate this round. That was actually a stupid idea. But, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to actually come back around here. I'm just making sure, that is the right way. Yeah, it is. So you want to make sure that it is upside down in the correct way, otherwise it's gonna fail. So okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, back to this. We want to bring the text back if I can. Yep. And just type in what you want. I'm going to type in Mr. GFX Top. And the font, if you scroll down on your font, I'm using a Mac, you may not have it, but it is called Cahoots Knife Blunt, and that's actually a really nice font, I reckon. But yeah, again, make it your own, use different fonts to what I do. Take down the horizontal spacing and the height to get it in that circle there. So maybe 100, or maybe a little less, 95. Just flip to the side and just drag it in a little bit to about there. Obviously